Hello. Welcome to the Gold Members Chess Club. We will pay a visit and study the studies of Professor Tucky, the famous professor in Lexington, Kentucky. We will study these four shapes, which are the building blocks of life, and we'll discover that you've been studying these shapes all from kindergarten all the way through your life, because they are the key to life. Now let's examine one, for instance. The triangle. At the top, if there is happiness, people sharing, caring, helping each other, it spreads through the kingdom. There's a healthy environment. People are happy, going on, and more successful, and wanting to participate, and excited about life, and wanting to do things. But then if there is sadness at the top, the people using abusive language to each other, not respecting each other, don't want to share, no caring, and basically won't do anything unless if it's something that can be done for them, something that they're doing and that they can make good of. So it's a selfish kind of environment. Not so healthy because nobody wants to do anything unless they can profit, or they're just not motivated. It's turned off. As we look at the family, for instance, you have the parents. The mother and father are arguing, and the father is using abusive language, and the mother just sits there and listens. She starts becoming using the same abusive language as well. But she doesn't have to. She doesn't have to stay around and listen to the abusive language. She can just leave. That way it doesn't become part of her program, part of her image. Because once she sits around and just takes all that abuse, she begins to use the same type of language, the same type of style, and she uses it on everyone else. And if she has kids, believe it or not, she uses it on the kids. And then what happens is the kids begin to use it on their friends, or their younger brother or sister. So that's kind of how the triangle effect works. On the other hand, if it was a happy, you'd have like the father and mother saying nice things to each other, and helping each other out, and sitting down and say, wait, let's talk about it. And then it would increase the love, and everyone would want to be helping each other out and working together and developing together, and there'd be a lot more love, which is healthy. See, and that's basically how it works on the chessboard. You have the pawn. This is the pawn that moves forward, and it can't go backwards. See, once you're in life, you go forward. You can only go forward. You can't move the timeline, but you are supported by your two younger pawns. Something happens to this pawn, there to take his place and continue. The important thing is to continue to move forward. So then you have the king and the queen. Well, the queen, you're going to move that piece. The queen can move basically all over the place. She's able to do a lot more in the kingdom than the king is. The king is constantly thinking and mapping out and trying to figure out how to keep his people happy. And so he's constantly moving around. The queen is constantly looking over the whole kingdom. Like everyone in the kingdom kind of admires the queen. She's happy, you know. If it wasn't for the queen, the king just would not be the same king. There would be no happiness because they are watching how the king treats the queen. And then you have the bishop, which is the mercenary. I like to believe in. So he'll kind of like goes around and he'll sacrifice everything just to see that these people are happy. He'll sacrifice. That's basically what he is. He'll sacrifice. He is the bishop. He just wants to make sure that that king and queen is happy no matter what. And then, of course, you have the knight, which kind of scouts around, can protect more. And of course, you have the queen's castle and the king's castle, which the king can go inside his castle. Wants to keep his castle nice and clean. So everybody in the kingdom is happy because they're all living together and helping each other. You know, and everything is all beautiful. You know, same way they gotta take care of their kingdoms, rather. You know, and that's basically how it works. You know, if you holler at them. It goes down, and then pretty soon you have everyone in your kingdom hollering at each other and screaming at each other, and they just don't seem to find the right answer. You can't find the right answer by hollering and screaming at each other and using abusive language, and putting each other down. You know, you have to look for the answer. And that's how we work things out. So, thank you, and have a good day.